Today, we're going to be discussing the First Amendment, otherwise known as the freedom of speech.
We're also going to tell you about how it's changed over the last 200 years of its existence.
The right of people to express their opinions publicly without governmental interference, subject to the laws against libel, incitement to violence of rebellion, etc. Concepts of freedom of speech can be found in early human rights documents. England's Bill of Rights, 1689, legally established the constitutional right of freedom of speech in Parliament, which is still in effect. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, adopted during the French Revolution in 1789, specifically affirmed freedom of speech as an inalienable right. The Declaration provides for freedom of expression in Article 2.
The First Amendment of the U.S. Bill of Rights guarantees 4 freedoms of religion, speech, the press, and the right to assemble. The first 10 amendments of the U.S. Constitution are collectively known as the Bill of Rights, and there are 5, not 4, freedoms guaranteed by the First Amendment. The 5th being the right to petition the government of redress of grievances.
The 1789 Declaration of the Rights of Man, the fundamental document of the French Revolution, provides for freedom of speech.
So tell us what you think about freedom of speech.
Well, to me, freedom of speech is probably one of the most important amendments. Because of that, we have the liberty to pretty much say, protest, write about whatever pretty much we want without the consequences.
I was gonna say what he said. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's how I feel about freedom of speech. Like, you could say what you want whenever you want it. I'm like, come on. It's also a basic human right. Also, can't take that away from you. What's wrong with that?
So what do you think one of the most important cases of freedom of speech was in America?
I think I have to go with. I forgot the case. I search.
I'll say probably 9/11, since there's so much controversy around it.
Trying to think of it.
Like, sure, it started the world on terror, but it also led to a lot of speculation that maybe our own government was at fault. But we're not really sure. But that's what freedom of speech is. That's our opinions on the web out there, so people can read about it. And I guess you could say, take it their own way.
Alright. An example that I know of is also Charles Darwin back in 1850 something, I don't know. Charles Darwin, basically what he was doing, he wrote a book on the creation of man, basically evolution. And then a lot of people protested, took him to court, and then basically he just got in trouble for his book. Come on.
So what would y'all say the most important amendment is of the first 10?
Or the First Amendment, because it is 3 basic, I guess you say, human rights for us. Freedom of speech, religion.
So that's a pretty important amendment to y'all then.
Yes, it is.
Like you said, it's sort of basic human rights.
Yeah.
I got to admit, it has changed over the years. I remember back then when we first made it, it was pretty much just basic. Everybody knew what it was, but now people take it to so many complicated ways that sometimes it doesn't feel like we have that liberty anymore.
They took it over a limit,
I see.
I still admit though, probably America has that liberty more than other countries in the world.
Species by Charles Darwin expounds the theory of natural selection. T.H. Huxley publicly defends Darwin against religious fundamentalists.
Alright, do it again. Alright. Can people be trusted to handle an unlimited range of information and ideas without any government intervention? You ready? Should the right to speech be absolute?
So, to y'all, what is freedom of speech?
Pretty much like the right to be able to say or do whatever you want without getting arrested, punished.
Alright. Do you think here in America we still have that liberty?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's changed over time.
I don't think America's fully dead yet, but
Why do you think it's changed over time? Like how?
Because of all the situations that's happened in the past, they've made new rules and stuff like that. Just like
You give us examples or events that have changed this course in our history.
Like 9/11, you know,
The signing of the Magna Carta,
yeah.
anything that had to do with Declaration of Independence, all that was kind of based right off of this freedom of speech. So that was pretty much how America was made, and that's why it's our First Amendment, and it's probably one of the most important ones.